Well, it may be a bit soggy, but that certainly hasn't deterred this fan base. A great crowd on hand to battle the raindrops at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Anderson. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. There he goes, right side. He's to the 15. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Well, on the opening drive, he was looking for a big chunk play. Unfortunately, that time, the secondary was ready for it. Charles picked it off. Not only that, they take it the other way for points.
Homework, preparation, research, it all comes back to that, BJ. Scouting your opponent, not just the players but the coaches too, and seeing what they call to begin a game, find out their tendencies. They recognize the early deep ball was part of their opposing game plan, and they weren't caught off guard when it showed up.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now 2nd and 3. Here's Pollard again. And he'll get up near the 45. He'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Titans had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
You talk about this Giant defense. Well, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Here we go. 57, Mike, 57.
Anderson. He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
He'll send this up into the Nashville skyline, and it's a good one. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Well, this defense for the Titans, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Anderson.
Oh, a wide open receiver. It's Harrison.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there at 22.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
57, Mike 57.
Now Anderson throwing on 1st down.
That's dumped off to Pollard.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down. I think you would agree, just a good decision right there. Goes for the safe play, gets some yardage out of it.
And showed some toughness as well. As you noted, he stayed right in there. Saw the rush was coming, hung in there, took the hit, dumped it out to the outside, and now they pick up some yardage, and you have a back that's grateful to you and will continue to make plays.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Tony Pollard with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from evening this one up.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Leach has this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On first down, Leach. Another pass complete to Bellinger. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag here on the field. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that thing go. Yeah, we kind of sensed that one. He got a little too far forward before throwing, and that one will set them back.
And remember, the NFL level, being aware of where the line of scrimmage is crucial. And here's the other part. Any part of the quarterback's body that's near that line of scrimmage, he's going to get the benefit of the doubt. So he was clearly over the line.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 22-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Leach. He's got it. Touchdown. Daniel Bellinger. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They go back to Pollard on second down. And this is going to be a Titans first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 60 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Check, 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 check. 50 seconds to mine. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Check, check. Fresh now.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Check safety, check safety. Back to 60, back to 60.
Pollard, he'll take it up the gut.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Watch the screen.
Back to throw. Anderson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 21. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
50 seconds.
Anderson on 1st down. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Pollard going to try the right side. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
To throw on 3rd down, Anderson. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Giants are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Leach.
Over the middle, caught by Bellinger. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Again, he'll drop to throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
They go play action here on 1st down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this one is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. So they take a big, big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
And now the half not quite over yet. This is a live football on the miss.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And now the half not quite over yet. This is a live football on the miss.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
78 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
They'll run with Pollard.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Tony Pollard with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Titans take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Butker on for the PAT. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Looking to throw. Leach. Open man, that's Malik Neighbors. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Throwing on 1st down. Leach. High throw, but the catch is made.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
On 1st and 10, Leach.
That's complete. It's Neighbors.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. On 1st down, Leach. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. From 17 yards out.
And the Giants have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Now the try here for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Now a give here to Pollard. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Here's Spears on 2nd down.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Second into his prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Off the play fake, Anderson. That ball caught by Harrison. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards that time. Run for Pollard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
2nd and a couple.
Here's Pollard. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
117 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Pollard. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Tony Pollard, his third touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Titans have cut it back within a score.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get... And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Ratliff. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Back to throw. Leach. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Malik Neighbors, his 104th career touchdown. One shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Giants will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Anderson now throwing to start the drive. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the fourth quarter. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Out of the gun to give to Pollard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 141 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Here's Anderson on 1st and 10. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
But he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
To throw is Anderson. Off play action. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. It's Deonte Banks with it. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right back to him on first down. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Leach. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On 3rd down, Leach. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Daniel Bellinger with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Giants are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point attempt to come here. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Now Anderson off the play fake.
He'll go right back to St. Brown.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Off play action. Anderson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
That is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll run for it with Pollard. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Now Pollard. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. He's done his part sailing past the century mark on the ground with rushing yardage, but his team, a different story.
Yeah, they're down big in this ball game, so sometimes you wonder to yourself how much of that is him with a great performance and how much of that is the defense just loosening up because they have a big lead.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
Pollard will take this into the end zone for a Titans touchdown.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but there he goes right side. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Leach. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Throwing on 1st down. Leach. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
from 10 yards out. And the Giants are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Now the extra point. Now the PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Looking to throw. Anderson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Sometimes the one-handed catches are unnecessary, but he was trying to ward off the defender with the other, so maybe that was just a good play.
So that tells you that not only do they imagine those types of catches, they actually work on them with defenders jostling them in order to keep their concentration and haul it in.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Back to throw. Anderson. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Marvin Harrison Jr. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this will be recovered by the Giants. And that ought to just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Off the play fake. Leach. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Giants, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Nashville, good night, everybody.